I'm Blaine Ney, Cedar City taxpayer. Is $1.5 million appropriate for an animal shelter?
As Adam said, the good, better, and the typical government. We got the government end of the dog shelter. There's no doubt. I mean, you look at what our homeless shelter looks like compared to our dog shelter. Doesn't make sense. Does not make sense. We paid way too much money as taxpayers for the Taj Mahal of dog pounds.
All right, Tyler?
My biggest issue, I'll get into some of the nuances, but before I get into that, my biggest issue with the current facility is that the city built a facility below grade and past itself. Right. Well, and taxpayer waste aside and all that stuff, that would have never flown with a private project. Any private project, they would have required it to be completely redone, no mitigation, nothing said. It would have had to be redone. And I think that kind of double standard is inappropriate. That being said, I do think it's strange, to just say $1.5 million. It is an arbitrary number, because what is it doing? What are we doing with the 1.5 million? I do think it's interesting. Enoch City paid 300,000, give or take 50, 300,000 for something that has 2/3 the capacity of ours. So if you're looking at cost per animal capacity, we went 3 to 4 times over what Enoch City paid for theirs. I think some kind of partnership could have been done there. Some definite mitigation could have happened. It is disappointing when our nicest facilities, our nicest buildings in town are funded by the taxpayer, and taxpayers shouldn't be paying for aesthetics.
All right. Adam?
Absolutely not. That's a ridiculous amount of money spent on any government building. Being in construction on a day-to-day basis, I see what $1.5 million gets you in a house, and it's a lot bigger than that animal shelter. I think that we need to, like I said, redo the way that we do projects, bid projects. We also need to have a city that's willing to say, sorry, it's just not in the budget, and no. And the city doesn't do that. The city, there's 2 projects they did. They did the animal shelter, they did the bathrooms at Bicentennial Park. Both of them were over budget. Both of them they just said, all right, and they went forward with. The bathrooms at Bicentennial Park were $330,000, and the $1.5 million for the animal shelter. So we need to change the way that we bid projects. We need to be willing to say no to projects. The other thing that bothered me about the animal shelter was that when they proposed the building of it, they said that the private funds would be raised to pay for it. But in order to get those private funds, the city needed to show how serious it was by going ahead and funding it. Okay, so for you parents out here, let me run that by you as far as your kids. Your kid wants a bike, and you tell your kid, you know what, I'm going to buy you that bike, but you're going to have to earn the money I'm going to let you play with it the whole time. You're going to have to earn the money. Are they really ever going to earn that money, or did they just get a bike? Yeah, we just paid for the bike. And the donations never came in. I told the city that they should go with the ASPCA, the Best Friends Animal Shelter. They should talk to some of these organizations and see if they could secure funding with them. They were opposed to that. I think that it was a true waste of government or taxpayer funds.
All right, thank you.